Hi, welcome to Achki Chop. My name is Lara, and today we're going to be making hummus. I'm going to be making two kinds, one with canned beans and one with dried beans. And I know everybody makes it a little bit different, but this is my favorite way to make it. Let's get started.
For the first recipe, I will be using dried chickpeas. Buying them dried and cooking them yourself is a good way to save money. Some people say that it comes out better than the canned kind, but I personally don't notice a difference. Start by measuring a heaped half cup of dried chickpeas in a large bowl and cover them with 2 inches of water. Don't forget the chickpeas will expand quite a bit, so make sure your bowl is big enough to accommodate that. Then let it soak overnight. Now you can see how much water the chickpeas absorbed when soaked overnight. They've doubled, almost tripled in size. Doing this helps the chickpeas to cook more evenly and quickly on the stovetop. Drain the chickpeas and add them to a pot, then fill the pot with enough water to cover them. Put the pot on the stove and set the burner to high. Add half a teaspoon of baking soda and stir well. I find adding the baking soda helps the chickpeas blend smoother. Once the pot comes to a boil, reduce the heat, cover with a lid, and simmer until the beans are extremely tender, but not mush. This took me about 45 minutes, but it may differ depending on your stovetop. A longer cook time yields a softer chickpea and smoother but looser hummus. Once the beans are cooked, strain and rinse them under cold water, then add them to the food processor. Before measuring out the tahini, make sure to mix it well if it's a new jar, which mine is, because there's almost always oil settled at the top. Measure half a cup and add it to the food processor along with 2 cloves of roughly chopped garlic, a quarter cup of lemon juice, and 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Blend for about a minute to allow the ingredients to break down a bit before you begin to slowly drizzle in 1/8 of a cup of extra virgin olive oil. Make sure you keep the food processor running while adding the oil, then scrape the sides and bottom of the food processor to make sure everything is evenly incorporated, and blend again to ensure everything is nice and smooth. And that's it. Plate it up and level the hummus in the dish. I like to make a circular pattern in the bowl and sprinkle the top with Aleppo pepper and olive oil. You can add as much or as little as you like. It's a super easy recipe that comes together very quickly once the chickpeas are cooked. Now onto the canned chickpeas. The process is nearly identical to the dried variety. Drain and rinse the chickpeas under cold water until there are no bubbles left. Then you can either go straight to the food processor, or what I like to do, which I think really makes the hummus smooth and silky, is I add it to a pot, fill it with water and half a teaspoon of baking soda, then bring it to the boil, cover and let simmer for about 20 to 30 minutes or until the chickpeas are very soft. Once they are cooked, drain and rinse the chickpeas, then continue with the same process as before. Add the chickpeas to the food processor, then the tahini, roughly chopped garlic, 1.5 teaspoons of salt, and a quarter cup of lemon juice. Then begin to blend while slowly drizzling in the olive oil, and then scrape the sides, blend again, and serve. Smooth out the top and add a little swirl, then sprinkle the Aleppo pepper and extra virgin olive oil, and you're all done. It's a pretty simple recipe, and you can customize it however you like by adjusting the lemon juice, garlic, or anything else. Find out how you like it and make it your own.
So there it is, my favorite way to make hummus. Thanks for watching, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.